Otto von Bismarck was one of the greatest rulers of the Victorian era, forging the collapsed Holy Roman Empire into a unified German Empire that would forever change history. But would he have been as successful if he found himself in the medieval era? Today we shall find out. Using the powers of prestige, diplomacy and friendship, can we enact blood and iron and forge a unified Germany 1,000 years early? Or will we fail and doom Europe to centuries of chaos? Sadly, we can't use any mythical creatures to help us, unlike in today's sponsor, Call of Dragons, a 4X strategy game with MMORPG elements, letting you explore Tamaris, building your stronghold, training armies and fighting for resources. Take part in PvP, PvE and join an alliance for truly massive battles, giving you the ultimate RTS experience where bigger number doesn't always win. And make sure you bring your trusty behemoth with you. With a total of 8 mighty behemoths found wandering or inside their lairs, scattered around a massive 3.88 square kilometer map. With the ancient giant bears in the frozen mountains to the deadly red dragon, defeating them allowed you to recruit them to fight in your armies. Although you will need to use your entire army to the best of their abilities to take it down, as they are pretty tough. But they can easily change the tide of battle by commanding them to use their special abilities to dominate your enemies, and they end up turning alliance fights into truly intense battles as titans fight titans. And also with 3D terrain deciding each battle map, choosing the correct behemoth is essential to victory, as is working with your alliance to better train each other's behemoths, using their skill trees, allowing you to give them specific builds to help in group v group wars. So don't miss out on becoming the ultimate Dragon Lord in Call of Dragons using my link below or scanning the QR code. So here we have Otto von Bismarck in 867 AD. Of course, we start as the Duke of Prussia, and our challenge is not going to be easy. Today, we need to form the German Empire 1,000 years early, and to do that, we need to take the kingdoms of Pomerania, Lotharingia, East Francia and Bavaria. And then hopefully we can take the decision to found a new kingdom or empire. Probably the decision to found a new empire because we are Catholic. And if we try and form the kingdom of Germany, we actually create the Holy Roman Empire because we're Catholic. But of course, as Otto von Bismarck, we will not be forming the HRE. Now, I would like to do more of a diplomacy focused playthrough. It only makes sense as Bismarck. But, I mean, at the start, it's pretty much impossible because nobody will be vassalized to me in this area because we're of different faiths. And there's really only so much we can do to combat a minus 250. And no, he wasn't against war. He did, you know, provoke some countries into a war. So we will do a little bit of war, especially early on when we're trying to get Pomerania. Now, starting out, we only have 1 stack of pikemen. Of course, we are tribal. So we only really need prestige to upkeep our army. So it makes sense anyway. We're going to go down diplomacy focus and we're going to go down a majesty one and then go down the August tree to boost our prestige. Then we can have some more men-at-arms. Now, looking at what we can get, pretty much everybody has bowmen. So we could get some light horsemen to counter their bowmen. That would probably be worth it. And of course, it would be good to get some of our own bowmen as well. And now they're all built. Hopefully, yeah, this army should be good enough now to start carrying us through Pomerania. So we are tribal, so we don't need any casus belli. We can just start conquering. Now, we're not illustrious, so we can't do duchy claims. And let's just go in there, conquer the county we need straight away. He's going to sea, but, I mean, we should have no problem just walking in there and destroying his army, leading the army ourselves as well. So hopefully Otto doesn't die before he has any children, especially with these new harm events, which seem to kill every one of my characters lately. They seem to happen super often, but there we go. As expected, we picked up another chiefdom with little pushback. Yeah, looking at it, because we're going to want to become a king at some point, Pomerania is probably the best kingdom tile to go for. But then again, we could just create our own kingdom tile. We only need a realm size of 30, but we may potentially just move all our land into Pomerania. Although keeping Prussia could be nice. Okay, so we made pretty decent progress. As you can see, just county wars. We're still not illustrious, but we lost 1 battle in the last war and we got maimed. So we are now 1-legged, which is just a fantastic start to Bismarck's life. But yeah, I think actually we are going to keep the title of Prussia as our main duchy title. So we are going to give away just some of the land out of here. And we'll give it to people of the German culture so we can actually start getting people of our culture about as well. That would be pretty useful because right now they pretty much don't exist, right? And what we need to do, if we start promoting the culture in our capital, we should become the cultural head because no other counties have the German culture. So yeah, we're going to start converting the cultures now. And then we can start actually progressing our culture, because let's look. I mean, yes, not got a lot, right? Okay, so we were just at war now for this county, and this guy has just declared war on me. Was it you? No. This guy declared war on me, his vassal. He does have one alliance, but it's not that powerful, and they are trying to take a county off of me. So, if we can finish up this war quick, we should hopefully be able to go over there and win both of these wars, but, I mean, it's going to be tough. They do have a fair few men. There we go. We can enforce that one and make our way over here, and I don't know if we're going to be able to defeat his armies, but we'll unsiege this. But the chances are even with everything in our favor, right? So, let's just go for it. Hopefully before they finish that siege. And let's just catch them out and hope for the best. If we lose this fight, we lose it. Yeah, damn. Not a great start. We also have a peasant uprising now. We seem to just be covered in wars. We just picked up Camp Fever. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to have to get a court physician. She seems okay, I guess. We'll go with her. And we lost it. We actually survived. Perfect. That was lucky, but this is pretty hectic so far. Hopefully, once we get the Kingdom of Pomerania, we have a little bit of time to chill out and maybe start looking at some ways to vassalize people. But until then, we don't really have too much luck with that. But let's go. Let's just keep fighting them. I was saying we're going to win now. We've rebuilt our forces a little bit. We keep losing every battle. I wouldn't mind a white peace if they offer it at some point. Oh, somebody else just fought them. That may be our chance to actually jump in there now their numbers are down a bit. Yes, okay. So as long as we don't let them take the war target, we may be okay to actually finally win this. White peace, maybe? Oh, they'll take a white peace. Let's do it. Let's get that over and done with. Because that was rough. That was just not going anybody's way. They kept defeating us, but they wasn't able to hold down a siege. So that war could have lasted forever. Now, we do have a problem. This guy has some of the land that we're going to need eventually, and he is very powerful. In total, he has 9,500 men. So we don't exactly have a chance against them. Wait, so rather than, going on to try and form Norway or something like that, we have Harold, and he has literally come right next to us with 2,500 men. Why? Could have gone anywhere, and you chose to leave behind your past life and go there. Out of everywhere. Why are you there? There's no reason for that at all. Hopefully, he just dies soon. Make my life a bit easier. It would be nice. But right now, yeah, he destroys us in a war. We do need to get a better army pretty soon. We haven't needed one just yet, but look at this Polish duchy right below us. They're pretty powerful. Now, hopefully, at least, we can form a new kingdom this life. That would be the goal, but we did just become illustrious, so we need to keep giving out titles as well. We are just going to keep Prussia because we're going to make our own kingdom title. Okay, so, Dumnarth of Cornwall wants to actually marry my daughter. Get an alliance of 1,000 men. You know what? We will take that. Why not? May not need him, but it's useful to have just in case. Now, to found a new kingdom, we need a realm size of 30 or 3 duchies. Now, we could probably create 3 duchies too. But either way, I would like to get as big as I can this kingdom title before I create my own kingdom, because then you have more de jure land, which will make your life a little bit easier if you get any awkward inheritances or stuff like that. Now, let's see. You're so powerful because of an alliance, of course. So I think it is now time. We are going to have to start upgrading our army. So we should be able to max all of these out. No problem. And we are now the cultural head as well. Perfect. So we're going to keep promoting culture just so when the German culture appears, we hopefully can still be the cultural head and not just get overthrown with it. We're going to go in mustering grounds. Let's try and get the biggest army that we can. Now we could do some raiding, but right now I don't really think we need to. Okay, yeah. So Polonia is absolutely being destroyed in multiple wars right now, which is good for us, but we're just a little bit more prestige away from being able to do a subjugation war. So hopefully she's still at war and we can just start this and take it very easily. But I imagine she's down to 500 men, so it's probably going to end pretty soon. Okay, the war's still going on. Let's go for it. We're going to start a subjugation war. Sadly, They did just take a bit of her land, so we're getting a little bit less land for the 500 prestige, but that's okay. We're going to raise our men, and you know what? We'll spend the prestige calling our allies just in case their power goes up at some point soon. And what we're going to do is just start sieging everything, and hopefully not fight her other war for her, because she's fighting a lot of people, and if we march into them, we will end up in a battle, so avoid all of these, hopefully. Nah, she did lose that war as well, look, so... yeah, we're getting quite a bit less land now, which kind of sucks, but I guess there's not really much we can do about that. And our allies are just defeating our armies every chance they get, which is nice. And a few more sieges. Yeah, this is pretty much over. We probably didn't need them allies in the end then. And yeah, there we go. So we have now subjugated her. And yeah, she lost her duchy title, so she only got left with, what, is that just 2 counties? She got left with 3. She got 3 counties. That's fine. We should be able to manage that then. And our borders are a mess. Don't get me wrong. We do need 5 more counties if you want to get the 30 counties, or we could create 3 duchy titles and then create the kingdom. Now, we're 47, so we could conquer a little bit more, maybe connect some of this land, and then that way we may just pick up the extra 5 counties that we need, which is probably the best way to go about things. Okay, so we can marry our daughter off, actually, to the current ruler of Great Moravia, and he's Catholic. Why not? I think that is a pretty solid marriage right there. Because, you know, we're playing the diplomacy game, so we're going to try and make some pretty good marriages. Now, I know it doesn't look like we're playing diplomacy game right now, but we're not exactly vassalizing any of these people, right? Once we do get a kingdom title, vassalization should become much easier. We can work on raising our military power, and that will also really, really help with vassalizations. Oh, there we go. So, hopefully, we are about to take down a wolf. There we go. That's how you do it. So, for that, we picked up 450 prestige. So that is going to fund another couple of wars for us. Now, my first target, I want it to be you. Now, you do have some pretty powerful alliances with you. Could cause us some problems. Everyone pretty much has decent alliances around here now, which is sad, but there's not really too much I can do about it. But you know what? Let's just go for it. See what happens. We can ask our head of faith for gold. That could be useful, but let's call Great Moravia. It's going to be expensive, but hopefully just that one ally will be enough to allow us to win here. Now, it's saying we're going to win this. Should we just try it? Our allies are coming in there. Let's go for it. Come on, if our allies jump in as well, this could be huge. Yes, there we go. No problem. Taking basically their biggest armies down. Okay, they're coming in for a battle. I was basically just baiting them around to try and attack. And then as soon as they got close, jumped in with my allies. And hopefully, saying we're going to win. We have commanders on both of our armies. I'm not going to do it. I'm too old. I'm one-legged. It's way too risky. Wait, it's going the other way. Really? No way. Right. How are we going to win this then? Don't think mercenaries are going to make that much of a difference. We're going to have to call our other allies. So we can call another 1,600 there. And again, it's worth it. Let's just call them all. We need to make sure we win this, because getting this duchy is going to be big for us. It's going to get us way closer to being able to actually form our kingdom title. All right, I say let's just go for it. Catch them there. That's great, because all of our allies now should be able to make it into this one battle. Although all of them are not. Oh, yeah, they are. No, half of them are running away. Smart choice. Smart choice. I don't blame you. Wait, what are they doing? Oh, they are coming in. They just went the long way around? Or can they? Oh, I don't know. But either way, we got them. Now let's jump on their capital, just siege as fast as we can. It's only a couple of counties, so just sieging fast is going to be the best way we can do this. There we go. That's fine. Either way, it took 5 years. That was pretty intense. Sadly, we did need to call quite a few allies for that, but that's okay. Let's just found a kingdom now before it's too late. There we go. So realm forged. All my life I have worked for this, to call my vassals and make them swear fealty anew, now and forever. They will pay homage to me, not only as their liege, but as the king of Prussia. And there we go. So that is the first task done, right? We pretty much have the kingdom of Pomerania. That is fine. But now we got to move on to, you know, the slightly more difficult part of this. Taking over Lotharingia, East Francia, and Bavaria. And they're all, you know, not exactly more powerful than me, surprisingly. But I do want to use some diplomacy, right? So you have no chance of vassalizing the kings, because that's going to be impossible. Even when you're an emperor, vassalizing a king is practically impossible. They just don't want to do it. But all of the land we need is pretty much held by kingdoms. So what I'm going to do could be worth trying to go feudal to maybe build up our power even more. That could be something definitely worth doing. We're going to get some armored footmen as well. Plus, if we did go feudal, we would be able to get the diplomacy court type, which will massively help with vassalization chance. I mean, the best thing that could also happen is if some of these kingdoms just start falling apart, right? That would be huge for us. And then we could try and vassalize some of the dukes. So we're going to have to keep our eye out for that as well. Murdering the rulers could help with that. If we murder them enough times, they may fall apart. But our success chance is really low. We're not exactly an intrigue-focused character. We have 6 intrigue. So the chances of that are pretty slim as well. I mean, we of course could just invade kingdom, but don't really want to do that if I can avoid it. But either way, I think our best chance for now is maybe see if we can pull a murder off. That's 105 gold, but that is his spy master. That does help a lot. This is expensive, but maybe if we can pull off a few murders, we may be able to destroy the current kingdom title, giving us a chance to vassalize, although don't see that going too well. It's not going to be much easier if we were feudal, but we're not going to be feudal for a while. If we even become feudal, right? Who knows what will happen? But of course, yeah, I'm not going to hold myself to diplomacy like I said. The current goal really is to start as Otto von Bismarck and form the German Empire any way possible. Yeah, it's been exposed, so yeah, I don't see this going well. Wait, it actually worked on a very low chance there, and somehow we didn't get discovered. You know what? I will take that now. Of course, he's not just going to instantly fall apart, but it's hopefully a bit weaker now, and we've got to hope that at some point, his vassals rise up, like Angria rises up against him, forms some independence factions, that kind of thing, right? Oh, now, Lotharingia, the current ruler, wants to marry my daughter. You know what? Why not? That could be useful. We want to make friends with them, right, if we can. So at least we potentially now have Lotharingia on our side. I mean, what we could do to potentially weaken him and speed up our innovation speed, we could actually go to war against West Francia and take the Duchy of West Franconia, and that has his capital and some okay developed counties. So if we take those off of him, convert them to German, I mean, that would speed up our innovations because they would be fairly high developed counties for this year. So, you know what? Let's go for it. And if we can, let's go Lotharingia. This is huge. Okay, I'll take that. We're going to take all. This may be a pretty tough war, but this should also weaken him and hopefully allow some other factions to stand up because we will take all of his personal domain. And we're going to go in for a fight straight away. Defeat their armies early, hopefully. And then we can think about starting to siege. We'll go for his capital. May even get a capture ending this early, and we have no siege equipment, and it's still a fast siege, so he hasn't built it up too much. And right now they're just sieging Lotharingia's land, which is completely fine by me. We're up 95%, so one more siege. We'll siege with Lotharingia, make it a bit quicker, hopefully. We are starving, but as long as we're quicker than them, this should end. Hopefully that's 5%. Here we go. So we have just taken East Francia's capital off of them. Now what that should do is make them pretty weak. Because what has he got in his personal domain? He has 1 county. So he may have to revoke some of his vassals' titles, which may make them hate him as well. And I mean, their heir is now a child. So if we also murdered him, if we can, 35% chance is not great, but we're still going to try it. We can get a better spy master on support schemes. 43% chance. And anyone who can be invited, we will just invite them. Try and kill him. Put the throne onto a 0-year-old, and hopefully they fall apart. Of course, they got discovered. Pain. Yeah, but sadly, we have a 5% success chance with an 80% chance of it being discovered. What if we invite the next person now and then just bribe you? We'll leave it, see if it goes up a little bit. 6%. Okay, nice. Let's just go for it. 6% chance. Come on. He escaped unharmed. And yeah, we're not going to be able to do that for another 10 years. So that sucks. That would have been really big in weakening them. But it's not the end of the world. We've still weakened them a fair amount. Oh, so we have the Northman army coming to fight us. They're trying to take some land from us. They have 8,800 men. Now, a lot of the time, the Northman army is actually not that good. They may be better than our army, though. But we're going to try. We're going to raise all. And what we're going to do is wait up by the coast. And hopefully, we'll catch them boarding. And once they board, if we jump onto them, hopefully they land over here. Right, follow them. They're going to go all over there. That's not going to be great for us. Oh, they're going there. That's huge. We might be able to get there in time for their disembarkment penalty to still be a thing. As you can see, yeah, they have these little flags. So recently disembarked, giving us a pretty nice advantage there, but maybe not enough to win. We'll see. Yeah, look at that. Smashed them. And they had a lot more men, but we can enforce that. He pays 0 gold to us. How nice. Very kind of you. So the King of Lotharingia has taken this county. It wasn't a war or anything, but I'm assuming somebody died and then inheritance flipped towards them, abdicated it, and then he got it somehow. So we still have a truce with them and everything. It doesn't look like they're going to fall apart, sadly. Once our truce ends, we may... Oh, it's just ended. Okay, cool. We could do an invade kingdom, but I don't want to do that. I think we get East Franconia and just split their land in half, straight through the middle. That's probably our best bet right there. And if we can get Lotharingia on our side, or... Yeah, there they are. That's all we need then to hopefully, once again, further split their land. And of course, now we can just raise our men right by here. Jump in. Oh, their units are right there. Let's go in for the fight straight away then, before we even think about sieging. And they got left with 500 men. So now we can just fully focus on sieging the war target. We'll just go everywhere, station besiegers. Oh, I did not... Is that 9,000 or 900? 900, okay. I did panic then. I was going to say, where did they get 9,000 men from? But that's fine. So we're doing a nice bit of sieging, and our allies are just destroying their armies every 2 minutes. And if we can just siege this in peace, I mean, it's pretty much game over for them. They have no chance of getting out of this now. We are sieging everything. And yeah, there we go. They didn't really have much luck there, did they? Of course, we probably picked up a fair few vassals once again. So let's see. Okay, we got most of the land ourselves, and this guy we have in prison. Wait, he has him imprisoned. Okay, I'm not paying for your release. That is fine. That doesn't bother me in the slightest, but does have the duchy title, which kind of sucks. I could have given that to somebody else who's German to take over it, but that's okay. But now their lands are split in half. Hopefully, come on, vassals, rise up against him. Take him on. He's so weak. Fight for your freedom, please. Okay, huge. So we waited and then tried to murder him again, but this time it was successful. It is now passed on to his 15-year-old son, which is still not super young, and we could maybe try again, this time potentially passing the throne onto a 5-year-old. Right, Sweet Tooth. Can we get him as well? There we go. So now East Francia is ruled by a 6-year-old. So hopefully, come on, break apart, please. That's what we need. And we just got Know Thyself close to the end. So, I mean, we're 81. Our son at this point is 44. So we've done all right for 81. And there we go. So we died at 82 years of age. Now we are playing King Wilhelm. Now, we still don't have a son. Our wife is 41, so we're going to get to work on that as well straight away now, wasting no time. I wouldn't mind keeping Lotharingia on our side. So we could get an alliance by marrying our second daughter to their son. We can even do matrilineal. We'll do that. That's perfect. Right, so we got 3 daughters. I think all of them picked up Genius, but she's pregnant again, and it's a son and heir with Genius. Come on. Otto, of course, we'll go with Otto. That is amazing. Couldn't get any better timing than that. And I'm so glad he did also pick up Genius. And as you can see here, the absolute benefit of just marrying your daughters away. Look at all these alliances we could, if we wanted to, just take. We'll go with Wessex. Why not? Let's take that. Yeah, because we've all got, like, family relations. There's quite a few alliances we could pick up if we wanted them all. We can actually get him excommunicated. You know what? Why not? So, yeah, we have just got him excommunicated. Why not? And then let's just go for it. We're just trying to cause him as many problems as we can. We're giving his vassals a chance to find a reason to break free. King Wilhelm of Prussia died at just 55. We did not long ago pick up Infirm as well, so there we go. We are now playing King Otto II, and we are just 6 years old. This is gonna be tough. Okay, and now we have our first major faction of today, but let's see. We can raise our men. I say, you know what? Let's raise them right by here. And let's try and jump in there fast for a fight. Start defeating their armies. It is a little bit more of them. And they are trying to dissolve my title, which is just perfect. God, they're so fast. Can we please catch them? It feels like they're moving double our speed. Yeah, there's just so many of them now. I don't think we're winning this. Although, if they fight like that, we may have a chance. And nice, caught another big chunk of them there. Like, with these sort of wars, I'm more than happy to just take a white piece, to be honest with you. I don't need to take their titles off of them or anything. So, let's see, I think, let's go for their capital. If we can They're sieging our land. We'll go fight them. As long as we can keep winning the battles, I mean, we should be able to get a white piece pretty soon. Well, but then again, we could just maybe win this. As long as we don't let them siege, we should just win. Yeah, they know. They're like, nope. They're just full on sprinting out of the land. But we caught them anyway. We can enforce that. And let's see, what vassals have we got in prison? You're the wrong faith. So you know what? We will take your titles off of you. We'll just completely take anybody who's a different faith to take their land. It'll make my life easier. We could just demand her conversion, sure, but that's fine. And I think we'll keep the rest of them around. That's fine. So we're going to ransom the rest of them away now. And what we'll do with this big chunk of land, we will just make a new vassal, I think. Or you know what we could do? Just split it between these vassals that we have. Make them slightly more powerful. But it's just less vassals to deal with. And they will really like us now as well. And we're up to 2,200 gold after all of those ransoms. Oh, the guy we excommunicated got typhus, passed it on to her. And now she's been fighting a tyranny war for 8 years. She's winning it, sadly. Okay, and there we go. So now we can pass absolute tribal authority. And then to go feudal, we just need 200 prestige. And then we can actually go feudal, get the right court type, and actually build up. And coming of age. Ooh, we picked up adequate bargainer. That's okay, though, as we still got, what, 21 diplomacy? That's fine. So there we go. We are now going to adopt feudal ways. Now, at the start, this may not be great because all of our men-at-arms are now funded by gold, but we do have 2,300 gold, so we can start trying to build up our capital duchy a little bit, get trade ports, get farms and fields, that kind of thing down straight away. And once all these are built, we should start slowly making decent money. And now for just 500 prestige, we can change to a diplomatic court type, which gives us more offer vassalization acceptance chance scaled by our grandeur. So let's do that. Once we get a little bit of income, we'll increase all of these, and then we'll have a decent amount then of vassalization acceptance chance. Still relying on East Francia, hopefully at some point collapsing. Feels like they've been in non-stop wars for about 30 years, but they're still there somehow. Wait, so the Kingdom of Germany has been formed because it changed to a guy who isn't Catholic. But yeah, they've gone to Germany now, which is fine. Okay, so I just went on a pilgrimage to try and become a paragon of virtue. We're not too far away because Germany, yeah, is still back now to the Lollards. And that does allow us to do holy wars against them. Now, we could do a kingdom level holy war for the Kingdom of Germany if we were a paragon of virtue. But does have a dissolution faction. I mean, either works for me, but we will try and become a paragon of virtue and just take it that way. But if he loses a dissolution war, we may be able to pick some vassals up, hopefully. So what I may do now, I'm making 7 gold a month. It's probably not a bad idea now to start. I think, you know what, let's max out our court. It's expensive, but once our grandeur now starts increasing, it will give us a higher vassalization acceptance chance. So hopefully it's worth it. And we also have true ruler, which is nice. Oh, and there we go. So the title of Kingdom of Germany has just been destroyed. Now it's saying we can vassalize some neighbors. So what we're going to do, vassalize all the ones we can straight away. Now, a lot of them are of the Lollardy faith, so it does give us the same kind of problem we started with, where they're just straight up of the wrong faith, which is pretty hard to get past. We can give religious exemption, but we're still getting the minus 80. He does kind of like us, but we could increase that a little bit more. If we send you a gift, we need a lot of gold to do that. What about if we give you an artifact? Do you gain opinion? A little bit. We might be able to vassalize you now on low. -1, of course. There we go. We can vassalize you, picking up another vassal. So it seems like we can pretty much get all of the Catholic ones vassalized. Yeah, a lot of them did convert with their liege. I was hoping that wouldn't be the case. But I mean, nothing is really stopping us from just holy warring these lot. They're not exactly powerful. So we could just holy war for some duchies and just pick up quite a lot of land anyway once our crusade ends. There we go. And the crusade is ended, so we can now actually start some wars. Oh, and we have a vassal who has a claim on all of this person's land. Okay, that is huge. We're going to take that for you. It will make you a pretty powerful vassal, which isn't great, but it's going to save us like an extra war or two we're not going to have to do now. Unless he gets so powerful and hates me that we end up fighting non-stop vassal uprisings, but we'll see. Wait, 100% captured him on the first one. Perfect. So now, I mean, we're making good progress now. Where the same guy Who is this guy and why does he have so many claims? Like, who are you? Got the title via abdication, okay, but I don't understand where you came from, why you have so many claims. Now, I don't know, but, I mean, he's got claims. We may as well use them. It's going to save us a lot of trouble, because we can basically now, somebody else also has all the claims on the Duchy of Angria, so we'll push his claims instead. You don't want to make one vassal too powerful if you can avoid it, but if no one else did have those claims, we would just use his. Wait, invalidated? So, I guess we're back to using Holy Wars then, fair enough. And there we go. So, that is our first Holy War against them complete. So all we need to do now is just do that a few more times, picking up the rest of these before they get taken over by another kingdom title. Oh, this guy's only minus 16. You may be able to just vassalize this guy as well then. Yeah, they're all actually pretty easy to vassalize now. So if we saved up 500 gold, created the Kingdom of Germany, we can probably vassalize the rest of them and hopefully pretty quick as well. A few prisoners we can ransom off as well, although not for much it seems. Oh, and it seems like some of them have gone back Catholic somehow, so we can actually get these ones. Oh, and you in the middle right there. You know what? We'll take that as well. We'll just start vassalizing everybody that we can. Ask our head of faith for gold. That now gives us enough money to create the Kingdom of Germany, which I'm hoping we can actually get these now on low feudal obligations. One of them we need to give religious exemption. I'll do it. If we have to do it, I'll do it. So just like that. Oh, except from you, which I just didn't see in the middle there. You hate me. You don't want to be vassalized. That's fine. We'll just take your land by war. But as you can see, I think that we only used like 2 wars. The rest of them we actually vassalized. So I feel a bit better now that we have used diplomacy finally. But we've got 2 more kingdom tiles left to do. Now, Lotharingia, that they've been good friends. We won't take them out the game. We'll leave them for a while. I mean, maybe even get an alliance with them if they want. Could marry our daughter to their son. And now we have an alliance once again with Lotharingia. So that means our next target is going to be Bavaria. Problem is obviously going to be taking it all quickly. Although we have this guy, right? And he has a claim on the Kingdom of Bavaria. So what we could do is just give him a random artifact. Still won't accept. So maybe send him a gift. He now likes us. We can invite him. And now we can declare war for his claim on the entire kingdom. Now, it's going to be really expensive. Plus, right now, he does go independent. So, if we can become exalted among men, which we're pretty close to, we can create the German Empire right now, push a claim for the Kingdom of Bavaria, and take it all. That is probably the smartest way we can go about this right now. You know what? I'm happy enough to lower this for now. It's only locked for 12 months. But if we lower that quite a bit, and now we're making, what, 18 gold a month, that should massively speed up how long it's going to take now to get our own empire. But we got to move fast because we kind of need to do it before this guy dies. I mean, we could marry him maybe to a daughter. Once they have children, they may pass down. Not sure, though. I don't know if it needs to be pressed to pass down. We will see, though. Oh, no. So I just got this event, and he's given us 1 year to press his claim. What if we grant him a county title? I guess he can't leave then, right? Yeah, that makes sense. So let's grant him a title. And as long as he just stays there. Some guy just purchased a truce as well. So we are flying now towards this. We need like a little bit more gold. And we'll be exalted among men any second as well. There we go. Our glory is widely known. And now we can found a new empire. So here we have now the German Empire. And what we can do, we can declare war for this guy's claims, and as we're now an emperor, he stays a vassal of us. Now, we can push it, and we'll just lose a level of fame. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. We still have an alliance with Lotharingia. His biggest ally is my vassal. And we also could maybe look for a nice tidy alliance with our daughter. Now, Livonia, they're at war. Hungary, they're at war as well. You know what? We'll leave them unmarried for now. Let's just go for it. We have Lotharingia. That should be enough. We'll take the fame penalty. We're going to call our ally, and we can vassalize this guy now, finally, as well. Call our house member as well, so that's going good. And let's raise our men right on the border. This is such an important war. Look at that. And then, of course, our focus has to move on to Lotharingia. And if we do that, my goal, I want to end it with a massive war against West Francia, because of course, Otto von Bismarck did provoke a pretty big war against France that they won. But let's catch their troops out straight away. Huge, already up 33% in the first battle. And Lotharingia's here sieging as well. As long as this guy doesn't die mid-war and we lose the claim, I'll be happy. And you know what? At this point, let's jump on their capital. It's going to be a slow siege, but if we get a nice lucky capture while Lotharingia are down here sieging, did we capture somebody? Captured air. There we go. So, just like that, as you can see, our empire is now pretty big. Yeah, the next thing and the only major thing remaining is, of course, Lotharingia. Now, I would like to just vassalize them, but it's really hard because if you look, he's a king. You get a minus 200, and I don't see us beating minus 200 as he really likes us. Like, there's not really loads else we could do, which is kind of sad. I would really like to do it peacefully. What is this? Wait, Wales? What has happened with Wales? I mean, it's hard to complain. What if we send the Pope money? Will he give us a claim on that? That would be really helpful. Yes, we can just buy a claim on that now and just take that while it's independent. We're getting some land over there as well for some reason. I don't really care about fame penalties at this point. Let's go for it. Fame is not going to be really important for me for the rest of this game, to be honest. So I'm not too worried about that. They have 1,800 men. We'll station besiegers, and then with our big army, try and defeat them. And then what we'll do is just try and station besiegers around here. And this big army is going to be the one to try and fend these guys away. Stop them attacking my sieging units if we can. Especially if they're going to siege. That's great. Because, I mean, we should be able to just march in there, take them out. And pretty soon we will have the war target. As long as nothing goes wrong, if we can catch up with them. Yeah, we may as well then go over here and finish the rest of the war target. There's a tiny bit left up here. So we're going to move all these into just one big army now. If we have sieged everything over here. So that's another 3,000 men waiting over here. And yeah, there we go. So we can enforce that. And I mean, that was really lucky that Wales just took that. It must have been through inheritance or something, but that is really nice. So what we're going to do is pick up befriend, and we may as well try and befriend this guy. I think it might help a little bit. And we just become friends. Did that help at all? I think it does. Here's your friend is plus 10. Cultural acceptance could be increased and we get another 25. But I'm still not looking like it's going to be possible, to be honest with you. Oh no, and Kaiser Otto of the German Empire died in his sleep at 53 years of age. And now we have the new Kaiser. So let's see. We don't have this alliance anymore, but he is a bit more powerful than us. Now, we can negotiate some alliances. We have this guy. He is our brother-in-law, so we're definitely going to want an alliance with him. All the other ones are not exactly that great. Now, as soon as we have children, we're going to have to marry them off for some alliances, that's for sure, because, yeah, right now it's not looking great. Who are these people? We're getting some people with insane claims. So, this vassal has a claim on, like, everything in there. I don't know. So, his grandfather was King Lambert of Lotharingia, so maybe somehow it's got passed down. And he has an unpressed claim on the entire kingdom. So what we could do, I think it... Oh, we got two people. So either would work, and we could pick up the rest of Lotharingia. Then we would, of course, have to go to war with France to take the actual rest of it. But thing is with Lotharingia right now, they got some nice alliances that will really help them out. Like if we went to war, we'd be fighting England and Marburg. But Marburg is my vassal, so just England. But even still, that may be a bit too much. Oh, it seems we can actually marry our brother away and get an alliance through them. And we could get an alliance with Sweden. I'm sold. Let's do it. And Sweden are going to have to help me. We're going to go for this guy's claim. We're taking a massive fame penalty here, which is not great. But with Sweden's help, I think we can do this. So we're going to get all our troops raised. Your dishonor comes at a cost. Yeah, I know it's not great, but we'll do what we got to do. Okay, Lotharingia's troops are there. We can defeat Lotharingia on their own. It's just with the allies that are a bit more powerful. So if we're quick enough, we can defeat their armies before their allies are... Okay, that wasn't my war. Okay, I panicked. But as long as we can defeat them before their allies arrive, we should be good. Yeah, I mean, there's a few thousand of England's troops up there. Sweden are just leaving now. I reckon we go and defeat England's troops as well if we can. We'll go for the biggest one. Ooh, Lotharingia is going to join them in time, but Sweden is just landing as well. This could be risky, but no, apparently Sweden's troops move incredibly fast. And we're up 41%. So now, let's just start sieging, get some ticking war score. And we do finally have onagers as well, so that's going to speed things up nicely. Now, we are up 73%. Their troops are down there doing a little bit of sieging. So we're going to take this chance now. We're going to resupply a little bit. Now, it looks like Sweden are going. So do they... Yeah, Sweden are in many wars, which is not great for us. We kind of need them. So what we're going to do, let's go for their capital. If we can pick up a capture, we can end this right now. We are up 65%. Ooh, 82. Sadly, no capture. Their troops are starving. Looks like they're coming in. So what we're going to do is go meet up with our allies. And let's meet them right there on their capital. And we should have no problem. There we go. Taking them out. Ooh, but there's another 4,000 there. But yeah. We also took them as well. There we go. 100%. That took 4 years. Not too bad. But we can enforce that. And as you see, we now have a new vassal on that throne. And here's the previous ruler. He's now a vassal inside our realm. Now, I don't hate him. He was great to us last life, right? He was best friends with our father. But we got to do what we got to do, right? And that does leave us with one big task. Taking on West Francia, just like Otto von Bismarck did in real life. He took on France. You know, West Francia is the closest thing that we got. So let's just go for it. We do have some allies as well. We're going to raise all our men. The first thing we're going to do is siege Luxembourg. And hopefully we can do this before we run out of money. We've got pretty lucky with that so far. I don't remember any wars putting us in debt, to be honest, which is surprising because a lot of the time I start a war, I just instantly go into like 20 years of debt. It makes a nice change. And we have sieged the war target at this point. So you know what? Let's just go for their capital. Ooh, nice. There's 9,000 of them right there. Now, as long as our allies are with us, we should be able to win. We have a decent commander. It's saying we're going to lose, but as long as our allies follow close, we should be okay as long as they're quick. Yeah, look at that. They got in there just in time. That was pretty close, though. And let's go for their capital. We're taking attrition, but you know what? Let's just go for it. We may start starving, but I want to see if we get a capture or not, because what better way to end it than that? And, of course, no capture. So let's keep going for fights. We're taking attrition, but as long as we have enough men here to still win, it shouldn't really matter. Look at that, 73%. What we need to do is defeat this 7,000 right here. That is defeating my allies. We can get in there quick enough. There we go, 92%. Still have the full war target as well. So, I mean, ticking war score is just completely on our side. So we'll just resupply. If they don't unsiege their capital, there we go. So we have also now defeated France, and there we have it. Otto von Bismarck's German Empire or thereabouts, right? The borders are not going to be perfect, but that's okay. But I want to end the video by saying a massive thank you to Dagda. He gave me the video idea and he even wrote the intro for me. So yeah, a massive thank you to Dagda. And of course, thank you all so much for watching. And I'm going to end the video with a massive thank you to all the channel members. We have Toxic Flame, Mr. Diesel, and Zehamus. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.